What's going on, guys? This is KNasty3090 here. Welcome back to another episode of the Toronto Blue Jays franchise. This is episode 30. Going in the offseason 2027 to 2028. We just finished off our fourth straight World Series. Now, I looked it up. I told you last episode I was going to look up who's done this. The Yankees won 4 one time in the 30s to early 40s. And then they won 5 in a row from 49 to 53. So we need to get to the 5 in a row. That's our goal. That's my next goal. Obviously, it's just win the title next year. So we got to go in the offseason. We are negative money, but we do have a lot of our big players are locked up. So I'm not too worried. It's more of like the supplemental cast. So luckily, I was looking at some of this. Now, Calzado is like our big free agent. I mean, Castillo is also a free agent, but he didn't really pitch well, so we lose him. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. Calzado, not a great hitter. I mean, he hit 268, 10 home runs, OPS of 760, plays elite defense. I mean, he has 99 fielding, but it's second base. If there's a position where I don't value defense as much as others, it's probably second base or first base. It's obviously important. Just in level of value, I'd much rather have a great defensive catcher, shortstop, center fielder, or anyone in the outfield. Maybe not left field because, we play, I'd say left field. I mean, it's not as important as right, but yeah, second base, we can have bad defense there if we need to. Obviously, like I said, I would like to have it. Edwin Diaz retired at age 34. Finished with how many saves? 204? Not that many. I thought he'd have more. But he only had 11 years of service time. Let's see. Any other big names retire? Let's see. I might skip over. You guys always say, oh, you missed this person, I missed this person. I quickly skim through these. Yelich retired as a Marlin. That's kind of cool to see. This is the problem with the game. Look how his overall was. He was 36, so he's not that young, but the game, people decline so fast in this game. But he's not going to be a Hall of Famer in this. 275 career average, 253 career home runs. His WAR was 49.8. It's close, but that's usually not Hall of Fame. Usually WAR is around 55 to 60. It ends up being like the lowest tier Hall of Famers. Claudio, did we ever have him in this franchise? We did. He retired. Syndergaard retired. We had him. Finished with, how many strikeouts? 2,072 strikeouts, a record of 132 and 98. 3.32 ERA. Again, probably not a Hall of Famer. Yeah, 33.8 WAR. Definitely not even close. See any other guys that we've had on our team? Unless they're, Harrison Bader. Unless they are free agents. No one made the Hall of Fame. Okay, exclusive free agent. So, Calzado and Castillo. So, I'm probably going to let them both walk. The question is, $31 million. Like I said, an elite defensive second baseman. We got him for 3 years from Detroit. His numbers definitely improved with us than what they were for hitting, at least in Detroit. I'll just take the draft pick. I actually have a contingency plan. I'll show you that in a second. I'll show it to you now. So, last year, we had Silva play first base. We also had Nito play, who was like our backup. Both are elite hitters. Not great fielders, but elite hitters. Silva can play second and third. So I'm going to move. Now you can see his defense isn't great. It's not good. It's below average. But second base, you don't need the best arm. Like I said, you want it. Obviously, you want it. It's just not as needed. So I'm going to move him to second base because that's one of his secondary positions. So, primary positions have second, first, and third secondary positions. We move him there. He was an 85 overall. Now he's an 88 overall because the bat plays. And now Nito will be our first baseman this year. That just solved both problems. And then Dominguez can be our backup first baseman. I think that's some solid pop. So, that's not a bad backup. Kaneko can also hit a little bit, but I'd rather have a little bit of power. So that fixes that problem right there. Staff, we're all set. They're all locked up long term. So I guess we have nothing to do right now. Just in a few days to the beginning of free agency. One more day. And let's take a look at arbitration. So this is where we might have some issues. Our budget right now is positive. So let's see what we can do for arbitration. Burkett, who did struggle mightily in the playoffs. But during the regular season, he has a career 3.53 ERA. That is not bad at all. He's 26. He has 3 years of service time. I don't really want to buy out his free agent years. I think I'll take him to most of these guys, unless they're like Bruno, Brennan, Vlad. Most of these guys I'll probably just Tatis. I'm gonna let them just walk as free agents. Just get the draft picks. Maybe Delgaudio might be different. He looked like he might have turned a corner last year. I don't want to pay for all those years. He wants $10.5 million a year. It's a little pricey, but I mean the fact that he has such a high potential and he's improving, I'll do it for the next 3 years. Gotta bring that up. There we go. So it's 3 years, $30 million. Edwards has been a very solid backup shortstop. I take that back. He's hit like crap. He's probably going to want way too much money. I'm just going to let him walk. Truneffel or whatever his name is, he's 34. I'm not going to pay $2 million for a backup. And then Riley Adams has been our backup catcher. We have some young guys who are really close. I mean, I feel like we can't afford to pay $3-4 million for backups. Especially in this franchise when there's no injuries. Now, durability is a thing, so people will get tired and you need to have backups, but it's not like with a Detroit Tigers franchise where we need to have good backups because injuries are a thing. So who is our backup catcher right now? I can go with Benito. He's a B potential. I kind of just want a guy like Riley Adams who is not going to be the fact that he is going to not play much will stunt his development. I want Benitez Geen, I think, and Ka. I want them to play every day. If Riley Adams doesn't play every day, he's a C potential. I don't care. So we do want a backup catcher. So I might actually. What was his contract last year? $340,000. I'm not gonna sign him yet. I can probably find someone in free agency or a trade of some sort. So let's take a look at tender contracts. Nothing here is really that you need to see. Some really good players. Bourbon, whatever. He has pitched really well. He's an 87 overall. Don't want to pay too much. He's not our closer, so I don't want him to think he's the closer. So his bar won't be fully high because he wants the role, but I'm sorry. We have a Hall of Famer who's our closer right now. Raul Castillo will definitely be in the bullpen this year because we need that lefty. So I'll just sign him. I'm going to go sign all these people. You don't need to see these. And then we'll move forward with the offseason. All right, so all those contracts were offered. Now, I do see we could lose some people to the Rule 5 draft, so let's fix that. And Herschel, we have some guys who just deserve to play. Trying to think of our rotation right now. I mean, Tom Lim, I'm a big fan of this kid. I mean, it looks like he could be really good. Still not eligible for the Rule 5 draft. Reyes, no. This guy, no. Reggie Trent, I think it said he was. Yup. I might move on from some people. I don't know. Clear up some space in our 40-man's getting pretty full, so I might do what we did last offseason, where we trade some guys who are close to being or could be big leaguers and get guys who are not close to being big leaguers, and then that way we can save a spot on the Rule 5. I mean, on the 40-man roster, so don't have to worry about the Rule 5 draft. Look at all these relievers we have. We have so many. We do need that backup catcher. I don't think any of these guys are going to be eligible for the Rule 5 draft yet. First base, I want Dominguez to play. Kaneko, actually, maybe. Not power, but good contact. But we could lose Dominguez. I'd rather have the power. Because we don't have power with Nito. Nito. Stoddard actually was probably going to be a good backup second baseman. Because I'm going to let Truneffel leave. So let's add him to the 40-man. Whalen, I like him a lot too, but he's a B potential. Stoddard's only a C, so if I stunt Stoddard's development, I'm okay with it. These guys are probably not eligible yet. This is shortstop. Ray North is eligible, but I don't think anyone will take him. Those guys are not eligible yet. Carmine, I kind of feel like I might move on from Carmine. He just deserves to play. Hudson's got 2 years left. At that point, I don't know. I think Adam O'Leary could take over the DH spot. The fact his durability is so bad. So I'm kind of like all set there. So I might move on from Carmine and get like a young player. I think that's it. Oh no, there's some closers. Ray North I don't care about. Yeah, so Valdez I want to add to the 40-man. Simmons was not eligible for the Rule 5 draft, so I don't have to worry about that. All right. So if I lose those guys, they're like older. Even though they're B, they're low overall, so if they leave, they leave. So I guess what I want to see is, I don't know what our money situation is going to be like once those offers are made for the guys who are on arbitration. Estevan Florial, who's a Yankee prospect, signed with the Mariners, a 6-year, $111 million deal. Juan Vasquez, a closer, goes to the Rangers. Caratini, he's going to the Padres. Joey Bart's going to the Dodgers. Wow, former Giants prospect. Well, he's currently a Giants prospect. Jose Mesa's going to the Tigers. Calzado's going to the Dodgers, so there's our boy. 7 years, $186 million deal. Still waiting on them to sign these deals. It's really just Burkett and Delgaudio. Adrian Morjan for Miranda Gonzalez and Garrett Rotino. Big time trade, actually. Sixto is going to the Red Sox. That stinks. I mean, his ERA is terrible. He's a big strikeout guy in real life. Jonathan India is going to the Red Sox. The Red Sox are trying to get back into this. Franklin Perez is going to the Orioles. So the division looks to be getting stronger. Fulmer is going to the Indians from the A's for Kyle Freeland and Michael Hermosillo. Peter Alonso is going to the Tigers, the Rangers. Carlos Tossi is going to the White Sox. Luis Robert, I never know, is going to the Indians. Barry Britt, cool name, got a 6-year, $122 million deal. Had a great year last year. He's going to the White Sox. A's are interested in a trade. Barack Romack, great name. B potential, big time project for a reliever. I'm not going to do this. I have so many relievers. All right, let's take a look at arbitration. So it looks like they both signed. Let's take a look at our budget. We are negative money. We need to clear out like a lot of money. Question is, what do we clear it from? Let's see. Campos? I might move on from Campos. He's been with the team for a while. He's actually kind of regressed. He was so good early on. He had that year in 2022. My head's blocking it, but he had a 2.59 ERA as what, like a 21-year-old. I thought, and he just hasn't really put it together. And we have so many pitchers, and his stamina stinks. I'm going to trade him. You can probably get a good prospect for him, too. Or 2 C potentials. Get out of here, Cleveland. That's it. Okay, let's do a little... Well, let's wait till the end of the offseason because I don't think it's going to affect anything now. But once the season starts, like, we're going to need to clear up some money. And we have guys. Like, Herschel Raines could take his spot. I might go with Tom Lim. I think he's going to... I mean, 75 walks per 9, that's a great stat. Oh, he has 77. Juarez has 80, and he pitched really well. Yeah, we have so many guys, so I don't want to overpay for... Unless he could be like a stud, like Castilla or... Hashimoto could be a stud. I don't think Campos is. We kind of know what he is. He reminds me of Rick Porcello type of player. Brian Hayes goes to the Royals. Blake Trahan is the White Sox making moves. Alec Braum is going to the Pirates. It's a big prospect. Zach Littell is going to, or Littell is going to the Red Sox making moves. Seth Beer is going to the Diamondbacks. We already did the 40-man. We have too many people. Let's fix that. Do we have any, like, D potentials? No, but... There we go. Senzatella is going to the Twins. Andrew Stevenson for Wendell Wilkes. John Duplantier is going to the Yankees. Austin Dean is going to... I wish his name was Jimmy. Was going to the Indians. Trevino, a catcher, is going to the Mariners. We still need to get a backup catcher, which I'll get in a trade. Cole Stewart's going to the Yankees. Okay, now the Yankees are making moves. Jose Goodwin is going to the Astros. Victor Reyes for a couple one prospect and a reliever. Carmine Hort. That's not our guy. I saw Carmine, but he's a third baseman. And Giebel, Vilma. I don't want this. This is a different reliever. I don't need relievers. Athletics. So stop asking. Rule 5 draft. There might be a catcher, actually. There could be a backup catcher type of player that I might take. Yeah, a guy like this. Jake Rogers. How much are they making? $1.8 million. $80,000 for Ryan Jacobson. That's what I look like. That's what I want. And his durability stinks, which is perfect for a backup catcher. Donald's making... Yeah, he's only making $80,000. He's our backup catcher. Perfect. That's exactly what I needed. right? So there's the Rule 5 draft. Let's just make sure, well, we can check renew contracts at the end, but Eric Lauer for AJ Reed. Gerber. He's from our Detroit franchise. Patrick Wisdom. Aaron Judge is a Marlin. Interesting. Tyler Goodell's a Ray. All right, let's sim through this. Now that prospects have been signed, we can now, because our budget is still, we're negative a lot. So it's going to affect us whenever we try to do anything moving forward. So Campos making $10.5 million. He's a good pitcher, don't get me wrong, but we have so much depth we can do something else here. Not a lot of offers. Let me just go see what's out there for, like, what position do we have not... We don't have a big-time first base prospect. Or second base. I mean, Rubio and Whalen maybe, but they're not big-time prospects. Same with third. Same with short. So we need, like, infield prospects. Ooh, Frank Gonzalez. Oh, I like him. They can't do it for money. And the point of this is to save money. I just want to find it. Okay, the Padres have money. I just took this guy, and they can afford him. So do they have any prospects I want? An outfielder? I don't need outfielders. All right, they do not. They don't have money. They don't have money. They don't have money. Who has money? I mean, I can take a bad contract. Okay, the Reds have money. If I have to, I'll just like to find a prospect I want, take a bad contract back, and then move that contract again. But they don't have anyone I want. All right. Who has money? Here we go. The A's have money. But not the prospects I want. The Angels have money. That's definitely not enough. Any other teams with money? Oh, the Yankees have the money. Shut up. All right, so what I think the best option is just to find a prospect I like and take on bad contracts to get it to work. Who was that second baseman that we saw earlier? Or was it a first? I don't know. Let's look at first baseman, I guess. And I really don't care. I would like just like a guy who's like 22 is a little old. Oh, but I think I can work with this kid. They like him a lot. I like him a lot. Look at that power. Could be a big time. It could be like Luke Hudson kind of. And he has good durability. Terrible fielding. Now we need to take on a bad contract. We can't do them. That's the problem. Is like we have to find a deal where the money is like even. All right. So Kyle Lewis gets the money to work, and now we just have to include someone else, which I can definitely do. We have so many prospects. I can get it to work. I might just give up on Rick Bell. He's 25. He does have that A potential, but whatever. We get Kyle Lewis, and now he's a little cheaper. 8.7. We can probably get a B or two. 2 A's, and they're both low overall. Not super young, but I'll do that. Yeah, Ramirez and Calhoun. Let's see what their... so I did that trade. What are their potentials? Ramirez, 91. Calhoun, 91. And then what is Macias? Macias? I'm not sure. 90. But he has big time power. All right. So now we have to figure out who's our number 5. I think I want Lim in the majors. And I'll figure it out after that. And I'm going to also... You know what? I can get a king's ransom for Carmine. He just is not going to play. So we can get a center fielder, UNS Goldsmith, and a closer. We don't need closers, but that's there. I don't love the center fielder. Let's take a look at top prospects and see if there's anyone I really like. Looking really at age. Ooh, Rod Jones. Don't love his per nines. Oh, Frank Gonzalez I like. That was the guy I saw, the second baseman. So that's definitely an option. Leader in the clubhouse right now. There's that Robert Bronwall, the closer, but we don't need closers. We have so many. Yeah, let's go with the guy from, let's get that second baseman from the Orioles. The thing is, like, he wasn't just, we can get a lot more. He wasn't just a recent draft pick, because look at his, maybe he was, I don't know. Do they have anything I like? They don't have a good farm system. Ooh. Oh, I can get both. Let's do that. Lockwood's only, he's a 71 overall, which is nice, but he's already 24. Good fielding and durability, though. And I just have to include someone else. There we go. So now we got a couple middle infield prospects as well. That kind of just really helps us out a lot moving forward. What is Gonzalez's potential? 91, nothing crazy, but still good. And Gonzalez's potential is 91. But I feel like at top prospects, we are actually very set. We have the 4 and the 5. We also have 13. And I think Boggs is going to fly up through this list. Because look at all these guys who are like in the MLB already. So that's he's going to fly up through it. Castillo. Adam O'Leary, if he ever gets that 8 potential, he'll fly up. The only problem with him is his fielding. So I think he's probably a DH, which is weird with that great speed and everything. But it is what it is. Burkett, a catcher. 2 catchers here. Another closer. Rado, a starter, who's 26. So I'm not too high on him. All right. Let's finish off this episode. It's going kind of long. Let's go to the regular season. Oscar, I hate it when they do that. Let's see. Who do they have? Hashimoto, Castillo, Burkett, Raines. I just don't love, and Ramirez. So they have Lim in the minors. Ramirez has pitched very limited in the majors. Raines pitched well in very limited action. I'm going to call up Lim. I want him to play. I just think I'm high on this kid. And I'm going to send down, look at all these guys. I'm going to send down Mascara because he hasn't pitched much. He's already 29. He'll have to clear waivers. They always do. And I'm going to put Lim in the rotation. Who has the worst stamina? Burkett has bad stamina, but. Let's put Ramirez as the long man. And then Taylor here. There we go. High on this kid. He's angry because of his contract. Deal with it. Lineup. Whoa, what are they doing? We don't have a backup first baseman. But does anyone else can play first? Oh, Silva can play first. So that works. So Nito's a first baseman. He can also play catcher. I forgot. So that's fine. So Bruno. I mean, I don't know why. Like Brendan's batting 7th. We've had a lineup that has worked. Where's Fernando Tatis? Oh, there he is. Jeez, I missed him. And they have Delgaudio on the bench. No, Conan's a really good hitter. He's 30. So, I mean, I think he's a great bench bat for us. And, yeah, Silva, Nito, Delgaudio, Herring. And MVP last year's batting 5th, but... All right, Bruno, Brennan, this is all over the place. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. And Delgaudio, it's on the bench in the National League. That's fine. All right, let's get this fixed. We'll see what we rank at everything, and then that will be the video. So Tatis, Hudson, Silva, there we go. Perfect. One more. Rudy, there we go. So what do we rank at? number one, obviously, first pitching, first power, first contact, 6th in speed, 14th in defense. Red Sox are ranked 3rd. So that might be the team in the division. It'll be interesting what happens. I'll see you guys in the next episode, though. Regular season. And then we'll try to get that 5-peat. I'll see you then, boys. Take it easy. Peace.